Okay, this is the Fortune Teller Jack-in-the-Box. Handle on the side here, and this one's a bit more complicated. You got the 4 switches. These are all labeled. So here, voice box, flashing lights, the spinning disc, which is that disc on the front of the box, and the red light. The red light are the red lights that are inside the box, like a roulette wheel. And I'll show how it all works. So these are all switched off to show you that, you know, the box still operates without the actual switches being on. They just control the electronics. And boom, it comes out the box. And once again, trigger switch is here. And because the box has now been opened, this trigger switch needs to be reset to be able to close the box. So I'll keep turning the handle and you'll see that reset back into position, like so. So that's reset now, that's good to be closed. So you just push the puppet back down and close the box. And it clicks into place and that's locked. Okay, now I'll switch it on. Okay, so red lights on, spinning disc on, flashing lights on, and voice box on. Turn it around and we'll start again. And here we go. So there's a spinning disc that's activated. The flashing lights are activated, and the red light, which is also activated. Now, to ask it a fortune, as you've got the different fortunes here, you just have to push the I here. The I here is actually a button. So, for example, will England win the World Cup? You just push the button, and the longer you hold your finger down, the more it just keeps on spinning. So that won't stop spinning. The lights won't stop going around until you release your finger from the actual button, which is the I. So I'll let go now. Oh, I got a yes. That's quite good. And keep winding the handle to reset this one. And there you go. And that's it. So do one more time. Let go. It lands on a random try again. So that's how that works. Once again, you can turn all this off from the lights at the back, the switches, sorry. So the spinning disc, for example, once I push that, that stops the disc from spinning. Put it back on again. Off. The flashing lights at the back there, turn that one off, done. And so forth. Obviously, as you just heard, the sound module for that one is just a quick 10-second sound module, which can be activated again by the trigger switch here. So if I was to push that, everything goes off, because that's obviously when the lid closes, and then when the lid pops back open, everything becomes activated again. There's actually 3 different separate sounds that come from the sound box, and that's it. Just have to push the puppet back down and go from there to reset it. Now I'll just switch everything off, so everything's off. And this one does not have a secret door for the batteries. To get to the batteries, it's all behind this panel. So very easily, just have to take out these screws. Now, bearing in mind, all these batteries are fresh. All these batteries will last well over a year, even with heavy usage of the Jack-in-the-Box, because they don't take up a lot of power. But there is a lot going on with this one, hence why there's no compartment for the batteries and the whole panel has to be taken off. So I'll just take out these screws. 5 screws, 3 at the bottom, 2 at the top. And very careful. Thanks for the light. There we go. So there's a lot going on there. So yeah, a bit fiddly, but these are the two batteries for the actual red lights that spin around. And once you close that, back in again. Oops. Now I'll just put a couple of screws in here just to save on time. I'll put the rest of the screws back in a second. And once again, the sound module and the rest of the batteries are on this side, which is what I've shown in the last video, is to use a pair of thin-headed pliers to hold here, unscrew the handle, which comes off, and then once again 3 screws taken out, and then there's more batteries on that side plus the sound module. And I think that kind of covers that Jack-in-the-Box. I'll put those screws back in, and that's how that works. The push straight down and bang. Should lock in place like that, and that's it.